Coach here. I've been thinking over for a moment that we've been working over putting. We've been outside, we've been indoors. And I know I mentioned some things, but I want to go over a couple of key factors that I want you to know. Okay? We're going to start with how easy it is to practice putting without your putter. We're here on our practice green. And what I'd like for you to do is get your stance. Remember, we talked about getting in our stance. And when we get in our stance, we want our hips to be under our shoulders. We don't want to be out here, and we don't want to be in here. Now, I know there are some golfers that, they're all in here, but that's their makeup. They've learned to do that, taught themselves to do that. That was a comfort zone, and that's how they putt. But what I want you to do, and I'm going to stand forward so you can see, my feet are under my shoulders. Okay. I've got a little stance. My arms are hanging down real loose. And all I want you to do is clap. Got that? Arms hang loose. Clap. Now, let's make a putt. Let's make another putt. One more time. It's that simple, folks. Practice. Simple thing. You can get up in the morning before you get out of the room, before you run out to the job, or go out to cut the grass, or take the trash out, or maybe even kiss the honey before you leave. Whatever. Get loose. Nice stance. Nice position. Clap. Once again. Clap. Now, one of the things I personally do, I kind of tilt my head to the right. Why? Because I want to see the back of the ball, and I want to see my club face make impact with the ball. And once I've made impact and know I've hit it square, then I can look up to see what I've done. Okay? So again, we're going to quiet our stance. Position. We're going to just wag our arms just so we get loose. We don't want to be too tight about anything. And look at this. Clap. The left hand. All right. Left eye. Putt. 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 Okay, so now let's take it from without a putter to a putter. All right. So here we go. I brought out old trusty Dusty, since we're inside. This is my Titleist. Dead center is what it's called. Dead center. And again, I want you to look at something. Get up tight. I want you to see this. Let's say that you're putting that middle line in the middle of my hand. Okay, so we're going to kind of split that because there's a curve. But if we look at this and have our club face on the ground, right on the green, that makes sure we know it's flat, and we take it forward. Forward. We're going to make good impact with the ball. Remember, where the club face is facing, that is where the ball generally will be going. So if you think you're facing the target or the hole, or even if it's a break. If it's a break, we're not going to look at the hole, the cup. We're going to look just a little bit left or maybe a little bit right, and we're going to aim to that point. Again, practice stroke. Quiet our bodies. Again, I turn my head a little bit to the left, to the right. I keep saying left, but to my right. Boom, that's my stroke. Let's see if it works. You know, I've generally been starting at the 2-foot place because I haven't putted all day, and I'm going to continue that. I want to break my habits. This is my little routine when I'm out on the green. This is what I like to do. About 2 feet away. Kind of bounce that club, get a little feel. Again. Feet under my shoulders. Clap. Here. Putt. Let's see what happens. That was pretty good. Let's try it one more time. We know we're 2 feet out. Again, we get a good stance, relax, grip. Another key in your stroke, even though we're a little longer, or a little further away, I should say, there's no need to take the club back here to simply get the ball there. The stroke that we used on it at 2 feet pretty much should get us there at 4. Okay? One more time. All right, now we're going to move out to 6 feet. You know, I always like that 6-footer because that's the knee knocker. That's the one that tests all of us. Man, we've hit the green. We're right there. And now we got to make that putt. Here we go. Coach again. Look, I want to say something in reference to, again, the mechanics of putting. And I'm spending a lot of time in this area because most people grab the club, want to hit it long, want to do this, want to do that, and get on the green and missing putts that they should make. Nobody makes every putt, but there are a fair amount of putts that you should make with the proper training, the proper practice. Repeat, 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 repetition, 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 and you'll become a good putter. So again, I want you to, let me just lay this over here for a second. And go back through one drill. Come on now, stay up. Facing you. We have a good stance. Quiet, body's quiet, it's not moving, you know. Quiet, hands down, little lean, and we just rock our hands, and then we clap. At that point of clapping, we know our hands should be center, and all we want to do is bring the club forward. Boom. Now, there was a slight hip turn for me. I'm over 65, so my shoulders don't rotate as smoothly as they should, so I'm just using a little hip. But my stroke and everything else in relation to my body is right there. Right there. Right there. There's no pull up. There's no lean. There's no flexing of my wrist. It's here. Now, I could talk about the grip. But the grip is what you will personally learn because it's your grip. It's what you feel comfortable with when you putt. I like this particular grip. I have one finger that sticks between here. That keeps my hand, my right hand, my dominant hand, level on the putter. My left hand, that's my left hand. This finger's here, and that's my interlocking mechanism. See that? That's my putting grip. Right there. It all happens right there. Now, I'm not trying to squeeze the life out the putter. I just want to know that I can feel the head of the putter. It's important that I feel the head of the putter. And even now, my wrists do not bend. All you see are my, actually just turn. We'll turn the body, but we're not going to turn the body when we actually putt, because as we go here, in this position, it's simply here, 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 here. Last thought. I want you to learn, after we developed our stance, after you've gotten your grip that is comfortable, after you place the club head on the green so it's flat, so don't need trying to figure out if it's flat, lay it there, let it lay. Once we have the ball in the position that we know in our stroke it's going to be square, from there, as I said to you, I always turn my head slightly to the right so I can see behind the ball. But I want you to watch my head. I did not move until my club had an impact with the ball and it actually went past my left foot. Then I could look up. Now let's try that from 4 feet away. Again, stance. Using my right hand, this is what I do. You may use your left hand, may feel comfortable, but I use my right hand. That's my setup hand. I always got my fingers like this, so I can just lay them on the club. Slightly bend, and here we go. And if you notice that time, I never even looked up. I kind of peeked at it with my left eye. Let's try that for 6 feet. Same thing. Nice stance. Remember, repetition, 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 repetition. Your strokes are the same as my strokes. Confidence, confidence, confidence. We've been outside, we've been indoors, and we have repeated the exact same thing every time. This is what I want you to do. Repeat the exact same thing every time. It builds confidence. Those 6-footers may be 10-footers, but if you've got confidence and you have what you think is the line, a target, and you hit it firmly, the ball will roll true to the intended target, which is the cup. The next time we go outside, we're going to look at reading the break. You've seen me go left to right or right to left break. I didn't really give you a whole lot of information other than you watching the ball break either way, left or right or left. But the next time we go out, we're going to talk about reading the green as best we can, looking at a break, and then looking at that break point, because that's where you're now aiming. You're no longer aiming at the cup. You're aiming at that break point, because once the ball reaches that break point, it will bend either left to right or right to left. Remember, it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. Coach here, do-wah, do-wah.